Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be playing the Stanley Parable Deluxe. I think whatever. I think this. I got it free for free on the PlayStation, so I'm gonna this be the first game I've done on the PlayStation with my capture card. So, um, no, I haven't played. The computer is barely visible. Where is it? Okay, like right there. I'll do what I'm supposed to do. Current time is um, I'm looking over the second monitor for this. 23 yeah, okay. Visibility settings can be accent. Okay. In. Oh, why'd I skip that? I'm slow. Hold up. That's just all buttons, so I clicked it. Oh. Man. Okay. I missed something. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where is the meeting room?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I've been given a choice. I don't like that. Could go left. I don't wanna. I wanna see what happens.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I was. I guess I'm
But
Stanley.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Did I? Ooh, I kind of wanna. This looks more interesting. I'm gonna be honest.
And so he
I saw a
detoured
light.
through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
You can't give me a big red button expecting not to hit it. Sorry. Just can't.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Okay. Force to go.
Oh, no, it's to the right.
Suck.
My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Am I stuck? Did I break it?
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh. Okay. Hi. Freaking creepy. Whoa.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick,
Yet?
Stanley, close your eyes.
Okay.
We just have to get back to,
What if 4 was fired?
Who am
Where's
I
me?
kidding?
We're at
It's
47
rubbish
right there.
now.
Oh, I can
The whole
crouch.
story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Alright. Back at the beginning. Is this real time? No, it's not. This is not 4. No, 3. I don't know. I know that's the shorthand. It's not 11:20 or something. It is
All of his
1:57.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, what if I obey this time? What if I follow the rules?
When Stanley... Wait.
Wait.
What? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Well, I can't go that way. Are these two connected? They are. Okay. And then this one is, I'm pretty sure, connected with... Yeah, probably. So this is my 2 doors again. On the left. Last time, that's what Dito said. It goes right back. Where's this going? Door?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No, don't restart. Okay. Man. Let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now it doesn't have any door.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
The door that just shut.
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Like this one? Yeah. Okay. I missed that. Was that there?
Aha!
No.
I knew we missed something.
Wait.
The story.
Or left isn't right. Okay, let's just go in circles.
No, wait. Never mind.
Wait,
not the story. Okay, let's
so
head
confused.
back the other way and retrace our
It's not gonna be there.
steps.
Oh my... What? Oh. Is that raspberry jam? I'm gonna hope it is.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all.
Me neither.
Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
I mean, that's where I was.
Do you remember, Stanley?
No.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
Restart.
You win!
Oh.
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
I won. Let's go.
Oh,
awesome.
No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Aw.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Bruh. Jeez.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Oh, this is a screenshot. Why is it like just right there? Okay. Probably a thumbnail right there. But that's. Do I wanna listen, or do I wanna just like go for? I'm gonna go for it. Listen.
You see, the line knows where the story is.
Exactly.
It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
I will trace this.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, Is the story
I
of no
can't
destination
follow this.
still a story?
It's all over the
Simply
wall.
by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm not even
Hang
listening
on.
to this guy. Hold on,
That
what?
got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right
Whoa.
now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh my. Wow. That's. That's really cool.
Wait, cut the music. Go
Oh.
back and look at that fern.
Which one? This
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
one? Okay.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Alright. I'm gonna sit here for like 2 minutes studying each leaf. I'm bored. Let's go.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No, no, no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any
Wait,
of this
that's.
ringing a bell?
Whoa. That's not physically possible. What? Okay. Oh well. I'm just gonna. I refuse to question. Oh my god,
Oh,
we're here.
no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you,
Back
after everything
here.
we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it.
Where's mine? Where's mine?
Restart.
Bruh. The line. We're back.
You know what, Stanley?
Bro.
I say forget the adventure line.
It's
What's it ever
trademark.
done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why
great.
can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
This one? Okay. I'm fine. I'm down.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
I missed
Just
my
me
line.
and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
Wait.
What do you want our story to be?
Wait.
Go wild. Use your imagination.
Okay.
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Dude, what is this game?
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also
I
like
like
to
the line.
veto the line
Go
from
ahead.
having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
It is trademarked. Oh. Okay.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
Should be
From
we.
here, the
This is
story
me.
is in our control.
It's my story.
How important
Thank
we
you.
mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which
Bruh.
means that somewhere, the
Not really.
place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in
Maybe.
turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes,
hope.
then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Oh.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The
Wow.
confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending?
Wow.
And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
That's a lot. Okay.
My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like
Oh,
this.
both
I
doors
won't
went to the same
restart the game. I
spot.
won't do it. I won't do it.
Wasn't
I
sure.
won't do it. And the
Oh
timer
my god.
stopped?
It's, whoa.
Does that mean, did we do it?
I've
Did
been
we
playing
break the
this one for
cycle?
18
The,
months.
whatever it is that made this schedule? How would
We're
we
recording
even
for
know?
15. Hold on.
Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh my god. Jeez. That was loud. That hurt.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Here, maybe I should actually, like, follow the directions this time.
When Stanley came to a set
Into
of
the
two
left.
open doors,
Okay.
he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I don't think that's...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
Upstairs.
upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any
I'm the
human life.
most expensive
Shocked,
boss.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
By Claude.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth
I'm
that
not
his
even trying to
boss had been
pronounce that
keeping
one.
from
That's
him.
not
And so
English.
the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Oh,
But of
not
course,
secret anymore.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I couldn't have known that. Am I stuck in here? That would have been crazy if I could play the piano. Can I leave?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the
Damn.
device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
I don't know the combination. I'm just kidding. I'm just guessing.
2845.
Y'all hear that? Or is that just me? This is a huge office. Oh. There's a camera up there. Hey. Let's work on it.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well,
Oh.
whoop-de-doo.
Cool. Button. This one doesn't look as safe as the other one.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
Mind
door
control.
that read
Escape?
Mind Control Facility.
But escape. Ow, I said I'd pay attention. Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with
this room.
television screens.
That's where... okay.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
No.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
So I was
Each
601
bore the
and
number
104
of an
fired.
employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The
Or mine.
lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a
I think it was
screen,
somewhere over here.
and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant
427 right
nothing.
there. What am I doing? I want to see. What switchback? Yep, 427 right there. Yep, my office. Cool. Button.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
It's all messed up. See that up there, top left? Weird. Alright, let's go.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His
Super
own
Stanley?
life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yeah, probably. Oh, hello.
But here was the
Facility
proof.
power.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy
Offline.
or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Oh, yeah.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I could dismantle or do something. He said dismantle, so I'm not. Okay, loud. Sir?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
And straight.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Nice, nice. Rosie. What was this one? Completed, I already beat the game. Alright. Alright guys, that's it. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Just mess around.
All of his co-workers were
Let's
gone.
actually not listen
What
to
could it
anything.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe I did. I don't...
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I did.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Don't jump off.
Look, Stanley, I think
I
perhaps
do.
we've gotten off on the wrong. But in his eagerness to
Oh.
prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I am powerful. Alright, back at it again.
I
Doing the
can't
same
wait to
thing
tell
when I'm
this
jumping
story
off.
to my co-workers, Stanley
Oh,
thought. How amusing
different.
they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
That's different. We're going right again.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I did not. I'm going straight.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Didn't know. I'm awesome.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot
There's a
here.
door up there.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Oh, that
Please,
over there. Can I?
stop trying to make everyone... Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you
Okay,
have
we'll check the
zero
post
consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look,
Danger
let me prove it.
everywhere.
Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Oh, I like to prove
Give
that
me a
one.
chance.
No, I don't need you to prove anything, dude. I'm just Dora. Dora
Now
the
listen
Explorer.
carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, absolutely not. I did not. I walked through the blue.
Aha, perhaps you
Took the blue
misunderstood.
pill. No, I took the blue
Stanley
pill.
walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly.
I took the
Stanley
blue.
walked
It's
through...
red.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley.
It's
You want to
red,
know so
too.
badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let
Absolutely.
me stop you.
I chose the orange door.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yeah.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so
I'm
far.
down for anything, man.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Oh, for
There we go. A third,
third
option.
floor. It's
This
all
already
different.
feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead,
It's
Stanley.
so
Take it for a
bad.
spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I really think so. I really think so.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something.
Yeah,
Where
you
do
were.
these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try.
That's where it was.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
There is people. Whoa. 2 seconds? Crazy. That's a wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. Was that me? Yeah. Oh, mine last. I'm finished. Ask some friends. Nah, I'm going through here again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again,
Nah.
honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking
Is
a
it
look
called
at it,
the
would you?
Stanley Parable Ultra
Perfect.
Deluxe?
Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right. And if he reaches the fire, you fail.
Obviously.
It's a very meaningful
Oh
game,
my god.
all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Gotcha. Oh my god. That's so loud. What if I fail? I hate this. I hate this game. We're letting the baby die.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm
burning babies.
It's over.
Oh.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Is this one the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe?
What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Firewatch?
Ah, fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Okay, this game is
crazy. It's
crazy.
to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower.
No, that's not
Perhaps
Firewatch.
for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
That's not Firewatch.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far,
That one's
I love
true.
everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's
crazy
venture
down to the
outward and see
book.
what else is out there.
Yo, that's Minecraft. Hold on. Wrong game, guys. Firewatch is a great game. What's that? I haven't actually played Firewatch. I have watched playthroughs of it, though. It looks amazing.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Oh, no.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
Okay, I've been surrounded.
That thing, that big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh,
I love open
heavens,
worlds.
we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay,
Literally
I'm
in the
going
woods.
to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
No.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay,
That's nauseating for me.
I think this will be just the thing.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Right.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
I'm gonna
Just
go
a
on
nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Whoa.
Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I'll do it.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here?
Where's the ball?
There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack.
I should air
I'm
dribble.
seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here.
There you go.
Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
You don't answer your phone.
I think surely we must.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh, right there. There we go. Oh my god, I'm fast. I'm gonna score. Oh.
Hold on. What are are you doing?
Oh. New game? Nope. We're back to
Stanley,
Stanley's.
don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley.
Watch me. This gives me Portal vibes. Oh, I fell again. The hell? Yeah, this is kind of creepy. Not bad, though. Just preferable of not being here. I don't think these connect. Never mind, they do. Okay, got the one. Got that one option there. So let's get the one option. Ooh. Oh, 427. That's me. What do? I missed the narrator. Oh. Jump scare?
I wonder what he found.
Nope.
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
Maybe.
And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
Oh,
He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
I don't like that. Let's go.
All of
Hey,
his
guys.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Do I want to go? But this is different. I think it feels
When
different.
Stanley came to a set of two open
No.
doors, this was
Hold
not
on.
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he
Hold on.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. Okay, now I actually want to.
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
there.
it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Actually, I'm gonna read that. Cargo lift 1,000 for jumping 5,000.
Look,
Sure,
Stanley,
another
I think
5,000.
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking, this is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
What?
She's been waiting.
I'm talking about Sandy's life. Why is it black? Hold on. Oh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your...
Okay.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Whoa.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually
going on
think you
down
had a
there?
loving wife who'd want to commit their life to
Bruh.
you? I'm trying to make a
Right.
point here, Stanley.
Not targeted.
I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
It really feels targeted.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
I can't go. I feel
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Where's the
Now
oven?
he's pushing a button.
That's supposed to be the oven.
Now
It's a microwave.
he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Very bitter.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in all directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Mondays. For real.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I want to do it.
You see?
Oh.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh, all right. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. We're back. Hey guys.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
A rocket ship out there? Paula, like, I don't even know what the last one was. I can't make a joke out of that. I don't even know.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Going back
open
to
doors,
the-
this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
One of these
well.
days, you're gonna hope I
Perhaps
go
he
for the
wanted to
left.
stop by the
But I
employee
don't.
lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded,
I'm always
butterflies
right.
in his
I go
stomach,
right.
but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nah.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Go over here. Need key card. Maybe I should have listened to you.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten
get
off on
old.
the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Okay.
I
Wait.
realize that investing, but in his eagerness
Nope.
to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm kind of awesome. Okay. I'm gonna go the right way this time.
Even now, Stanley's
like,
office was a
straight
distant
from that
memory.
way.
What did it look like?
I've done a
There
little
was
bit
a
of everything else
computer,
there.
perhaps, and a
Right,
painting.
right.
Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Left. And then do some
When
stuff
Stanley
over
came to a set of two open doors,
Find out
he
what
entered
this
the door
does.
on his left.
here. No one in the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, I can.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he
Yeah.
turned around and got back on track.
No. It's a broom. It's a nice broom. I like it.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Here's what we get. Is this duct tape or toilet paper? It's like the right gray that I can't tell.
It was baffling that Stanley was still
Yeah, I
just
can't
sitting in
tell
the
if
broom
it's-
closet. He
Shut
wasn't
up.
even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Playing around the broom closet.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes,
Standing
sir.
around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I like the broom. Nice broom. It's got the.
You do realize there's no
Purpose.
choice or
Yeah.
anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur
made
to
a
me
noise.
because
It's making a
literally
noise.
this
You hear that?
closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Making a
I
noise.
never would have
That means it's
thought to
interesting.
mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
Let's see how long this goes on.
Maybe
I'm
when
sorry.
you go
I
talk
have
about
to.
this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Is there a broom closet ending? I'm looking at it.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably
God.
only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also,
God.
Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Stanley.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Uh-oh.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
What if I don't? I'm just playing chicken. It's like, what if I don't? That's awfully bright. I don't know what it is. It's bright. Fine. I'll go.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you too. Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Can I do it again? No, it's gonna...
Coming to a staircase,
okay.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What was this? Door? There was another door up here. I do want to check that. I'm gonna go up here. We're gonna go... Yep. Executive bathroom, yeah. There's another door. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. It's a nice pooper. I like it. It's a very elegant pooper. Ooh, hello. Oh, business strategy? What do you mean? Let's go. Elevator. I hit both. What do if I hit both? Oh, I broke it. So say this is a long... Oh, I'm back? Does this take me anywhere? Alright, now I'm done. The elevator's broken. I don't know how long I did that for. Too long.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Not bad.
Feeling soothed
I don't even know
and
what that would say.
rejuvenated, Stanley
Certificate or
calmly
something,
walked
that's all I know.
forward into the opened passageway.
Button. We go down. And we're down. Drink water. Whoa.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the
Escape.
large door that read Mind
Escape.
Control Facility.
No, escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, what kind?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back
Thought
on track.
I am on a
At
journey.
this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. I'm still falling. Ow. Oh my god. Oh!
As the
that
machine
doesn't-
whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, it reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
I'll just hide.
Stanley can't see the bigger
Yeah, no,
picture.
that's not...
He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss,
Just wanna, like, peek
plucking
out,
the
like...
eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh!
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Behind me? Oh my... Jesus. Okay. Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Good question.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
That's kind of... Okay, this is kind of cool to look at. And then here's the two doors. Two doors. It changes the whole game. That's cool. Okay. What else? Boss's office. That would have been terrifying. It was also a little weird. Over here. More.
Of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you.
I'll get to that in a second. What's this? I want to go up here. I want to go up here and look at things. Oh, the elevator. What? Okay. Whoa. That's a choice. We get lost in here. I mean, that's a good question, though. And we're going down. Warzone. Huh. That actually kind of would have been cool. I wouldn't have minded that. Okay. Ooh, ooh, what should I do? I'm gonna look at those chairs. And if not, if I can't do anything with that, I'm gonna go turn the game off or something.
Nothing there. Shoot. Well,
okay, yep, there's
Stanley
nothing there.
pushed the big red button.
Damn right. Okay, time to go turn the game off or something. Shut up. Oh, yeah, right here.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Eh. Start it off.
Can you see? Can you
What?
see how much they need one another?
Okay.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Oh,
Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
really?
As long as you move forward,
mean-
you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
I don't want to turn it off.
Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Okay. Well, that happened. Oh no. Okay, loading. Can I go back to the broom closet? That's kind of fun.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content. Oh, actually.
Oh, new content?
No, I want to go back
What
to the
does
broom
that
closet. I
mean?
want to see what happens.
New content.
Over here.
When
I
Stanley
wanna-
came to a set of 2 open doors,
I
he
want to see what
entered
happens
the
when I go
door on
back to
his
the broom
left.
closet, because that was such a funny interaction. And so I kind of just want to see what happens if I were to do that again.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief.
Okay.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm
Encourage
just
this.
going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Doing broom closet things. Now we're going back in. Broom closet things. I want the broom, okay? I'm gonna carry the broom. That's so loud. Fine. You want me to leave. Fine. What's that? There's a noise. Yeah. I don't know.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
Oh.
his boss's office.
Do I want to come down here?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive
Maybe.
economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe,
Lupin.
he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he
I've been
went?
curious about that one.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Just a
Were
little.
they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
Definitely.
What a
Playing
relief
Superliminal.
Stanley felt to have finally
Great
found
game, you
an
should check it
answer,
out.
an explanation.
Superliminal.
His co-workers
It's a
weren't
really
actually
weird,
gone.
trippy game.
He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley
Creepy.
simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Just been
Now,
walking.
hearing the voice speak these words was
Yeah,
quite
exit
a
right
shock
there.
to Stanley.
Exit. We're going with the
After
exit.
all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in
It's
fact
not
a
the
dream.
exit.
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
You would hope.
I am okay.
Are you? Bruh. I didn't go anywhere.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a
Grown.
boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my
I'll go back to the
voice?
broom
Who
closet.
am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh. Man. I want to go back to the broom closet. It's fun.
This
I
is the
miss it.
story of a woman named Mariella.
Wow, hold on. What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And
Lovely.
although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
Rude.
And then she turned and ran.
Man. Messed up, dude. Colin messed up. Should have grabbed me. Yeah. I'm back.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
New content. I want to go back to the broom closet. It's fun.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
I
doors,
swear if it's like the
he
same
entered
thing
the
again.
door on his left.
If it's the same thing, we'll go do the mind control stuff.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
That's
hoping
messed
he
up.
might find an answer there.
Messed up, man. My broom closet. That's really messed up.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Yeah, we go. I think this one's gonna be like one of those videos where it's like just raw footage.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
There's not really
Facility.
much to cut out. It's like cut out like whole segments.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Ugh. Keep yawning.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Here's there like an FOV slider? There is. Yo, hold on, guys. They're crazy with that. Oh, okay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his
Yes.
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and
We're trying to
commanded
get
from
on.
this very place.
We're
And as the
mind
cold
control.
reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exist. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
No.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that
No.
what you wanted? Control?
Oh, no.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In
Oh.
the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
Oh.
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's
It'd be
your
awesome.
story
It'd be
now.
freaking awesome.
Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much
do I do?
better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
Run?
Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments
What
each
is
one of them
number?
is.
Okay, yeah,
More
nope.
time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Is there a 3? Is that
What's that?
3?
You'd like to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened
That's
to
3.
them.
Screw it.
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Holy.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yeah.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
No.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big
I don't know how to...
nothing. No ending.
How?
Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Jeez. Okay. I did a thing. Probably shouldn't have.
Already this was uncomfortable,
do
and
wanna
Stanley
check the
decided that as
velocity of
soon
my
as he
wallet.
found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
I'll check the new content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
What does it mean? Oh, I don't get to do anything.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yeah. I do know that.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the
Yay,
game for
yippee.
consoles and home computers.
This game.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I hope. I missed the broom closet.
Is it broken?
Yep.
What's going on here? Should we
Yes.
be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we
there
go.
we go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me
Oh,
the
over here.
content, Stanley.
The jump circle?
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
This is fun. I've been wanting to jump, and I can't. Yep. I'm gonna use all my jumps. I finally get to jump. I'm gonna use them. Aw. Oh, okay. I was like, do the noise. I kind of wanted it to do the noise,
Is that it?
but
Surely that's not all the new
didn't.
content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new
Absolutely.
content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley
lot.
Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it?
Really?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see,
Man,
Stanley?
it's messed up.
This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And
Call of
don't get
Duty.
me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please
Actually?
ignore..."
Hold on. Quit the game and start it again. No, seriously, these are cool. For an entire duration of a Tuesday. 8. Click on the door. Oh. Okay. Wait a minute. For 10, don't play for 10 years. Okay. That one. I want to do this one real quick. Dude, who does stuff like this? Who would take the time to do that other than me right now? I also might be doing this completely the wrong way it wanted me to. But I don't know.
Oh, what
Nope.
quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
Oh, man.
No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Man, I also spent like 10. Whoa. Spent like 10 minutes doing other stuff. It was complete.
Stanley!
I'm going over here.
Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Whee! Alright, loading screen again.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got
Yeah.
me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Cool.
Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it The memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October
Pressurized gas. I don't
2013
think we can
when the
put
game
Steam.
originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Wow.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
What's in here? Oh. Okay.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved friend. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
I can't.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Pressure, right?
No,
Okay, so
God,
Steam.
No, Stanley. It's a collection
Steam
of
reviews,
reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games.
Steam.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for
Stanley
me.
Parable at Steam
I
is
always,
$25.
to be honest, I had always thought of the game's
Or
dialogue
the
as being
Parable,
rather
the first one's like
terse to
15,
begin
this
with.
one's 25.
You can't know how much fluff I cut from the
That's
game
cool,
to
man.
get it to feel as
First
light
one,
and
I wanted
airy
to
as
see
it...
the price real
Well,
quick.
I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure, like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite... What's this one got to say?
It's water.
You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes,
alright.
I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record.
Whoa, what's
Only
happening?
positive reviews of the Stanley
Wow.
Parable. That's my motto
Okay.
today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customers.
Door.
Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Yeah, let's go. Skip. I'm skipping.
And here it is. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of... Well, there, sport. You
me do it
really
again.
did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the
Let me do it
button.
again.
The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount
the
of
door's
time
gone.
the
No.
button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45... Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's
Oh.
been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the
I'll
room.
wait. I'm gonna
Stanley,
listen.
the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no... Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Oh,
You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have
That's-
someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
nah, too bad.
Oh, hello. It's you.
Oh.
You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything.
Let's do it. You there? You brother. Okay. I guess he's not here? Oh. It's kind of loud. We're gonna skip ahead until that's gone. There. See?
But they didn't understand the
Oh,
game
he's
was
talking.
never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed.
I'm gonna hit it
they
again.
gnashed their teeth and said,
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna stay in bed.
I have a sneaking feeling I should do it again. It's calling to me. I feel like I have to. I'm doing it.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Oh, he's
is
broken.
Never the end, is 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 never the end, is...
He's broken. Oh yeah, that plant's dead. Clock fell. It's 12:55. Oh, that's not good. I'd assume. Ooh. Damn. Yeah, no, that's not good. We're just gonna see what happens. Oh, that's nice. That looks really nice right there. Oh. Where'd the vegetation go? Okay, I'm gonna... What if I ran into it with my forehead? Just... Boom. Ooh. No. We're not. No. No, shut up. Wait, no. Oh. It's quite bright. What if I hit the button? Can I hit the button? I want my button. I need my button. Alright, we are just walking. Okay. I'm back.
A
Room
soft
closet.
wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
New content. Before I go in there, we're checking the broom closet.
When Stanley came to a set
Last
of 2 open doors,
time.
he entered the door on his left.
I looked away. My broom closet needs attention.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to...
I'm upset about that. I'm upset.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I like my broom closet.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What if I just don't? Hold on. What if I... Okay, curious. Stay here. Don't do anything. Just sit here. See what happens. Okay. Nothing yet. Gonna... Oh.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
That's a lot.
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Turn off his computer. Or hers. I don't know.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy?
Yes.
Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
I'm gonna keep doing it.
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I've...
No. I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Okay, I gotta find door 417. Not in here. You shut.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
That was back here, wasn't it? Yep.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415. Where are you? Right here.
Now, back to door number 437.
Wild goose chase over here. Sorry. No, that's 17.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know,
The copy machine. All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Where would that be? Right here.
Yes, this is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
And that's probably this way.
When Stanley came to a
No!
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
But what do I want to do? I don't think I've...
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'll do it.
And so he
won't
detoured through
go
the
down.
maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay, so that's what would happen if I...
Yet there was
okay.
not a single person here either.
I took the right.
Feeling a wave
Okay.
of disbelief, Stanley
Right.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer
I
there.
went the
Coming to a
closet.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, no. I don't want to do that again, but there was a different path I wanted to take.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Alright, well, I didn't get the thing I wanted. Upset. Oh, there's the
meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be.
Where all the
Stanley
boxes?
just needed to get to the meeting room,
Where,
and from
what
then
door was
on,
it? Was
he would
41
never be alone ever again.
What door? It was a 4-1 something. 416? 416?
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
That door doesn't exist, does it? Just start hitting every door I can. Where's door 416? That's supposed to be one of... Okay. New content. Found it. Okay, Okay. I'm back here. Is the jump circle gonna be back? I'd love it to be back. Like an
You see,
extra
Stanley,
jump or something.
I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Cool. Oh.
Yes, you see?
That's cool.
Isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why
Google
there's so many
Slides.
possibilities? It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of... Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
I will see this. There's no way it says my actual
For the
name.
Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself,
Why shut the door?
what do players
was-
really want? And of course, the first
that
and most
was
obvious
right.
answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to... Sorry,
Nope.
I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to
I'm
really
not Jim.
simulate the full experience of this feature.
My name's
Just
not Jim,
tell me.
guys.
I promise you'll love it. Okay,
Not
here
even
we go.
close.
Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person
None of
named
those letters
Jim.
are in my name.
I want you to...
Jim.
Whoa,
Nope.
hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a
I'm not
stupid
Jim,
button
though.
that
I
says
don't want
somebody
to roleplay
else's
as
name.
Jim. 'Cause
Okay, we're doing it
is.
again, and this time let me finish first.
No,
Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of
Absolutely.
here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of
We're
a
done here.
different feature that I worked very hard on? Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
The reassurance bucket? What a bucket. Oh, okay. I want to go get the reassurance bucket. I was going to go from like left to right. Hold on. Hello. Okay, I gotta go through all of this. This looks fun. Including the reassurance bucket. Yeah, I looked at it, but like didn't even process it. I want a bucket as a friend. I love buckets. Not really, it's just a bucket. It's cool. I think.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical.
Where's the bucket?
That it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley
There it is.
Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Can I hold
You
it?
see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind.
Yes! I got a bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can
have a
I say
bucket.
that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem
You
to
tell
go
me I
on
should
and on,
hold a
don't they?
bucket and I get bitches?
All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable.
this what you're telling me?
2.
Start walking around a bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket? Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I'm not tripping, or does it get bigger? Step me. This is
You know,
weird.
sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which
it
one you
doesn't.
actually really wanted all along. Get
Dude.
Well Someday it is.
I wanted the Okay. Man, you suck. I didn't want that
Or
balloon.
actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No,
Easy trophy,
I've made
yep.
my decision. We're moving on.
I want the trophy. Pull the lever, receive your trophy. Okay.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident?
I do.
Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Okay. Well, you suck. I wanted the trophy. But I have my bucket.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
This one? I gotta look at that in a second. I gotta look at the map. I wanna look at the map. I like maps. Whoa.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll
Is it
run
getting
around
further?
gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward
No.
for collecting all of them.
Oh.
I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on
Oh.
with your unremarkable
Let's
life.
Alright, click it. Oh my god. Stanley's. Okay. Okay.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fan. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even
With the jump
mean?
circles back?
But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented.
I
It
missed this
screams
entirely.
progress and innovation
I gotta see
and
the link now.
long-term franchising potential.
I have to. No screenshots? Hold on, it's in here. Okay, thank you. Oh wait, this is just okay. Same thing from earlier. Oh. Okay.
Stanley,
Oh, there it is.
Here's an idea that I'm truly
I'm
fond
hopping
of.
in.
It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling.
Go right in.
You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
I don't wanna.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
Dude, it's like
Maybe do
6
it on a
pixels.
Sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Okay, I can still see it.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
No.
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more great.
Fine.
Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
I'm sorry, I wanted to hop in again.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't
Yeah.
know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them.
How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so
Fine.
we can get back to what's really important about...
Oh, what?
Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you.
I didn't even fall as
truly
long that
did
time.
not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole
Me?
was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem.
Maybe.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole. Oh, for heaven! You see, I was right. The problem is you.
Yeah.
The problem is that you like holes too much.
Whoa.
Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
That was a lot.
Does the
Yeah.
hole seem even shorter to you this time? I
Oh,
couldn't
how
help
short?
but
Is it
feel
like the
like
skip
you spent
button,
a
but,
little
like,
less time
worse?
in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly,
Hold
I
on.
did admit
I wanna
it's
see
infinite
if I
hole.
can
I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose
something
once
like how the
again there's
infinite
nothing to
hole
do
was,
here.
or
If you
the
decide you've
skip
had
button.
enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
Yeah.
I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well,
That's
there
what
it
I've been
is.
doing. Oh.
The shame of... How is this still appealing to you?
I fell.
I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch.
Oh yeah, where's the jump circle?
Who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Oh, it's not working.
Is the, teleport button not working?
Yep.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
Nope.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
No.
You get to be with the hole,
No,
I
not
get to
really.
do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
You suck. Me and my bucket and a weird noise. Wait, the hole's okay. Help! Whoa. 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 It's like a cinematic intro for like some stupid show. Goofiest angle of all. like a music video. Whoa.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer.
I'm just pants. Oh. Why does he look like that? Oh. Okay, that's cool. On back.
Stanley? Stanley?
Pants.
Stanley!
Oh,
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
Oh, let's go back to my
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Oh, there we go. We're back.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new
Where's
features.
the jump circle? Is that it right here? No, where's the jump circle? It said it on the map. I didn't know where. I also didn't look. Oh, not that game. Is that bankruptcy? Jeez, that's messed up. Jump circle. Button. Decision. Yeah, what's the infinite hole? Mostly. Alright, where's the jump circle? Infinite hole is that way. So should the jump circle. Am I wrong? Oh, right here. Oh, really?
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well.
What jump?
Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Oh. Let's sit there. Take a dump. Whoa. That was a bug. What's going on? Okay. I think that's it. Right here. Exit.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready
Yep.
to move on now?
I am. I am indeed ready. Wait. No, okay, never mind.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes,
I
I
like that
know
it's
it's
got
not
traps.
exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there.
When was that fern supposed to come in important? He said something about a fern being important. I just don't remember. It's been like 2 hours, but I remember.
Somewhere, say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together,
and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Whoa. The jump circle. Oh, wait. That's kind of mediocre.
Well,
The bucket,
I
the
mean,
button,
there's potential here, right?
the
It's
trophy.
Sort of. Okay, never mind.
The jump circle.
Hold on.
Mostly
Let me
infinite
do a
hole.
different arrangement.
Right there.
Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Whoa. What happened?
Who
Oh,
am
the
I kidding,
collectible.
Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Wow. Alright. Wow. New game. Alrighty. It's red. Okay. Sweet. Let's play. It's the exact same as this game. It's the exact same thing.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
It's gonna be.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Yeah.
All of his co-workers... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy?
Yeah. I'm
Click
gonna
a
do
door
it. I'm gonna do this
5
for
times? Is
before I
that all
stop.
you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it.
Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Close. I think.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417? Stanley felt the bucket calling to him. Oh, great!
My bucket,
Now,
I didn't even
go,
see it. I'm
Stanley,
so
pick
focused
up
on the door.
bucket. Yes, now we're getting somewhere.
I need my bucket
How
for this
about door
trophy.
415? Give it some bucket love.
Oh wow, that's cool. Okay, there's a special voice line for the bucket. That's so cool. I like the bucket now. Bucket's my friend. I have a friend,
Now
guys.
back to door number 437.
What should we name the bucket? I'm curious. Wait, hold on, what did they say?
You know, I think the copy machine
Okay.
needs some attention. All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
You guys should go and comment and give the bucket a name. Wait, did I even...
Okay, now bring the bucket on top of employee 419's desk. Yes, this is great. Now the bucket knows exactly what it's like to be employee 419. Now, let's introduce it to door 416.
416. I know where 416 is now.
We've almost got it. Now make the bucket and the copy machine touch again.
Fine.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 touches of the bucket on... Yes! We did
There we
it!
go.
Wow! That felt amazing. You know, not all buckets will get this kind of experience.
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go...
Stanley
I want to go to the
clutched
broom
bucket
closet.
tightly to his chest and entered the door.
Let's see if I get something for the broom closet and the bucket. I like that broom closet. It's kind of fun.
Still no
Don't
one
ask.
was here.
Don't judge.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps
Yes.
his boss's office was where he'd find... Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
Yes.
The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel
My
that,
bucket.
can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
No,
I can really feel it now.
it's my bucket.
It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here.
Nah.
It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty
My
insults
buckets.
simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons.
Sounds
Even
always
this
in
is
here.
worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends.
Rude.
That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient. That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner. Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
I'm keeping my bucket. And that's where we'll stop. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, like, maybe subscribe. It would be helpful. I'd appreciate it greatly, but you don't have to. So I will see you guys. Actually, that's a good. I don't know what else. I will see you guys later.